If you had the ability to change your face as easily as shaping clay to create the perfect version of yourself, would you choose to do so? Hi, welcome back! Today, we will dive into the dark world where a mysterious beauty product that can make you the most beautiful woman in the world exists. Please enjoy this video!
The story starts with our main character, Ye-ji, who is an overweight and unattractive woman. She works as a makeup artist for an advertising company. Ye-ji was once a talented ballerina as a child, full of hope and dreams. However, as she grew older, she realized the harsh reality that beauty is the only thing that seems to matter in this world. Because she didn't conform to society's beauty standards, Ye-ji faced mistreatment from others. This led her into a downward spiral of depression, ultimately resulting in her becoming the overweight and unattractive person she is today. Out of nowhere, this super rude celebrity named Miri barges into the dressing room, yelling at all the staff. She turns to Ye-ji and straight up tells her to cover her face, cause she can't stand looking at it in the morning. Just then, Ji-hoon, this new guy from their company, walks in. He greets everyone politely, especially Miri. Before he leaves, Ji-hoon notices Ye-ji's eyes and compliments them, saying he's never seen such a cool color before. Ye-ji is shocked, cause no one's ever said something nice like that to her, especially not a good-looking and talented guy like Ji-hoon. Burning with jealousy over Ye-ji getting attention, Miri angrily throws something at her, claiming she didn't see her there. Ye-ji becomes furious and gives Miri a fierce glare. This only further infuriates Miri, causing her to throw more things at Ye-ji. Later, while Ye-ji is crying alone, Ji-hoon comes over and offers her a handkerchief. Ye-ji is taken aback that someone as handsome as Ji-hoon would offer her something to wipe her tears. Ji-hoon comments that Miri is different from how she's portrayed in the media, suggesting that her staff might be really exhausted. He then asks Ye-ji to do his makeup and inquires about how long she's been in the industry. Ye-ji replies that, although it's hard to imagine now, she used to be a talented ballet dancer. Ji-hoon asks her what happened and why she stopped. Ye-ji explains that she encounters an invisible wall and faces it every day, a towering barrier that someone like Ji-hoon would never understand. Afterward, they were called to go on set. Ye-ji, infatuated, can't get Ji-hoon's face out of her mind from when he complimented her. Suddenly, a staff member approaches Ye-ji and asks if she can fill in as an extra because the person they hired couldn't make it. All she has to do is relax and eat, and she'll be paid a good amount of money. Meanwhile, Miri and Ji-hoon proceed to promote a health product, showing off their bodies and causing the product to sell out instantly. On the other hand, the director instructs Ye-ji to start eating, and Ye-ji does as she's told. When Ye-ji and another staff member head home, they notice Ji-hoon and Miri riding in the same car. This angers Ye-ji, leading her to declare that all guys are the same and only want slim girls with big booba. As a result, Ye-ji channels her stress into food and buys a lot of junk food. When she arrives home, her mom scolds her for excessive food purchases. Ye-ji also asks her mom if she notices anything special about her eyes, but her mom doesn't see anything out of the ordinary. This leaves Ye-ji feeling upset, causing her to lock herself inside her room. However, her mom continues to nag at the door. That evening, Ye-ji indulges in her junk food while venting her frustrations about Miri on the internet. She laughs as she reads mean comments about Miri and joins in by writing hate comments herself, finding it amusing. Suddenly, a picture that's currently trending catches her attention, displaying grotesque images of herself from the set earlier. This triggers a panic within Ye-ji, leading her to destroy her computer out of desperation. The picture goes viral, attracting reporters who visit their home and even try to contact her parents for an interview. Meanwhile, Ye-ji refuses to leave her room for months, consuming excessive amounts of junk food and spending her time complaining about trivial matters online. Her parents become extremely concerned about her and plead for her to come out of her room. In the next scene, Ye-ji watches Miri appear on a talk show, presenting herself with a fake and kind persona. It is revealed that Ji-hoon, the handsome oppa she met earlier, has already left the company where she used to work. Suddenly, Ye-ji receives a text message promoting a product that claims to instantly make her beautiful. The message states that she is one of the lucky winners, and they will ship the product to her address. Thinking it's just a scam, Ye-ji tosses her phone aside and goes to sleep. The next morning, her mom knocks on her door, informing her about a package. Opening it, Ye-ji finds 2 bottles of beauty water and a USB containing a video instruction on how to use it. As she watches the video, a transformation unfolds. A previously overweight and unattractive woman effortlessly cuts and molds her face, turning it into that of a beautiful woman. Yeji is left in shock by what she witnesses in the video. Leaving her room for the first time in months, Yeji astonishes her parents with her completely transformed appearance. They are left utterly speechless and shocked by the dramatic change in her face. Yeji goes to the address indicated on the package, where a stunningly beautiful woman welcomes her inside. Yeji can't help but gaze at the woman, as she represents everything she has ever desired to be. The woman explains that the product she received is highly sought after by celebrities and the wives of politicians, and as a makeup artist, Yeji must have heard about its popularity. Confused, Yeji asks why they specifically called someone like her, as she is not a celebrity. The woman clarifies that they needed a spokesperson, and then proceeds to show Yeji a video of herself disgustingly eating on live TV. The woman continues to explain that the text message Yeji received was not spam, but rather it was she who sent it. She confesses to conducting extensive research on Yeji's personal life, including her address, jobs, and phone numbers. This revelation leaves Yeji feeling anxious and uneasy. In an attempt to calm her down, the woman asks Yeji to consider becoming a model for the beauty water, emphasizing that there is no better spokesmodel than her. Yeji, feeling skeptical, asks if it will be free if she agrees to be their model. However, the woman argues that the beauty water is quite expensive, so she offers to sell it to Yeji at a discounted price of 1/10 of the original cost. Yeji goes to her parents and asks them for $200,000. Her parents are shocked and unsure of how they can come up with such a large sum of money. Yeji threatens to kill herself in front of her parents. Her parents, concerned for Yeji's well-being, try to calm her down. She expresses her feelings of being misunderstood, believing she was born ugly and has been a failure in life. She tearfully reveals that all she wants to do is die. Despite their worries, her parents understand her desperation and find a way to come up with the $200,000 she requested. The woman begins the process of transforming Yeji, filling a tub with the beauty water. Yeji enters the tub, feeling a mix of anxiety and uncertainty about what will happen next. The woman assures her that once the transformation is complete, she will be 100 times more beautiful than before. The woman proceeds to remove Yeji's flesh and skin, transforming her body to conform to society's beauty standards. After the transformation, Yeji emerges as a stunningly beautiful woman. Her own mother initially fails to recognize her, utterly astonished by the change in her daughter's appearance. Overwhelmed with emotion, Yeji embraces her mom and promises to be a good daughter. However, following this heartfelt moment, Yeji asks her mom for more money, demanding $5,000. She explains that since she has become beautiful, she can no longer wear the same trashy clothes she wore before. Her mother hesitates, considering their financial situation after providing the earlier requested amount, but eventually gives in to Yeji's request. As Yeji steps out for the first time, she realizes that people can't help but stare at her, amazed by her newfound beauty. She loves the attention and enjoys how people now treat her with kindness and respect. It's a refreshing change for her, as she has never experienced such positive reactions before. She recklessly spends her parents' money, splurging on expensive clothes and shoes to match her transformed appearance. When she returns home, her dad confronts her, expressing his frustration over how she managed to spend $13,000 in just half a day on clothing. Yeji defends her actions, arguing that these purchases are necessary investments and assures her parents that they will see a return on their money. She also declares that she no longer wants to be called Yeji and demands to be referred to as Sulhai from now on. And for those of you still watching, this is what we will call her from now. After going on dates with wealthy men and CEOs in search of a rich husband to make her life easier, Sulhai harshly judges them based on their personality and financial status. During one of these dates, she receives an invitation to an exclusive pool party attended only by the rich and famous. At the pool party, Sulhai spots Miri, the actress she used to work for. At first, she tries to avoid her, but soon realizes that she has nothing to hide. However, as she attempts to approach Miri, she is reminded by her date that the area is reserved for VVIP and his mother emphasizes that it's only for the wealthy and famous, insinuating that Sulhai would be embarrassed to be there despite her newfound beauty. This encounter frustrates Sulhai, making her resent her current status. She leaves the pool party immediately. However, as she exits, she is stopped by a director whom she knows from her previous work. He shows interest in her and offers his business card, potentially providing her with a new opportunity. Returning home, Sulhai ponders the director's offer, but she becomes increasingly self-conscious about her weight gain. Haunted by hallucinations of her past self, coping with stress and worries by binging on junk food, Sulhai starts to panic. She decides to immerse herself in a bathtub filled with beauty water, hoping to regain her desired appearance. Sulhai's mother tries to reason with her, suggesting exercise as a healthier alternative to relying on beauty water. However, Sulhai argues that she will soon become a celebrity, and once that happens, her company will take care of her appearance. She insists that this will be the last time she uses the product, confident that fame will solve all her problems. Setting a timer, Sulhai immerses herself once again in the beauty water, intending to relax and rejuvenate. However, as she drifts off to sleep, she fails to realize that her cell phone has run out of battery. With no way to keep track of time, she remains in the bath for an extended and potentially dangerous period. As Sulhai remains in the bath for an extended time, her flesh starts to melt, causing her to slip and become trapped in the water. Unable to get up, she finds herself in a dangerous situation. Fortunately, her mother rushes in and quickly comes to her rescue. However, her mother is taken aback and frightened by the sight of her daughter. Sulhai's body undergoes a dramatic transformation, making it unrecognizable. In a desperate attempt to save her life, Sulhai's parents selflessly sacrifice their own flesh to provide her with the necessary resources for survival. Upon awakening, Sulhai is confronted with the sight of her parents, their bodies gaunt and emaciated. Confused and alarmed, she questions them about what has happened. As she gazes down at her own legs and arms, she discovers their disfigured state. Her mother begins to apologize, explaining that they gave up all their flesh, but it was still not enough to turn her back to normal. Overwhelmed, Sulhai approaches the mirror and catches a glimpse of her own disfigured face for the first time.